you this and that. I'm sorry about the video cutting right there. I don't know why my phone does that, but this is just the part two. I'm just, ranting again. Like, what I'm gonna do for my fans, because I want my page to reach more people, I'm really gonna put together better videos that are more structured, because I haven't been doing that lately, because guys, you have no idea, I have a lot of stuff to do. I have training, like I have training in my art. I have to do that for a few hours a day, and then I have to study for my temple, because I'm trying to become initiated into my temple. So guys, pray for me to do that, because this temple is a wonderful, wonderful place. It's a beautiful place. I really love these people. Like, they do great work for our community. They help, especially African people. They help us understand who we are and our connection to the ancestors and our legacy. And they're doing God's work. They're really doing God's work, because when I could speak to people about what's really going on, I could talk to them. I don't have to feel bad. I don't have to feel like people think I'm crazy. Like, if I'm talking about spirits or if I'm talking about aliens, they might, we could just have a long conversation about it. And we gotta stop being cowards about talking about, we're not the only beings on this planet. Do you not hear me? Okay? Aliens are real. Okay? They're underground. And they have I'm not saying, and I'm not sure if it's technology, like they can cloak themselves in stealth mode or anything like that. I'm not sure about that. But there are other creatures and beings on the planet that are ruling over human beings. And 3D reality is nothing to them. It's boring to them. They just watch us. Have you guys seen South Park, that episode called, I think it's called Canceled? Please, please watch this. South Park is dropping a lot of truth. There's this episode I watched of South Park where they referred back to their first episode where Cartman gets an anal probe. And what really was going on was, I like how they use Jeff Goldblum, because Jeff Goldblum is always the go-to guy when there's an alien invasion. So Chef and the Cartman, Kenny, Kyle, and Stan go to see Jeff Goldblum, and Jeff Goldblum discovers that the whole entire planet is a reality TV show. And when I really looked at that episode, I was like, whoa, dude, like, why did I feel something in my heart? Like, there might be some truth to this. So, guys, please check out South Park, the episode called Canceled. I don't know if the episode is called Canceled, but it's just the episode where um, Cartman, it's like a flashback, like Cartman gets an anal probe, but it's a flashback episode. It's reference to the first episode, I think the pilot episode, but it was in the recent seasons though. It wasn't the first episode. It was the one where they actually went on the alien ship, and they met the producers of Each Planet is a Reality Show. And please check that episode out, because I really think they're dropping some gems there. Our whole entire planet is just entertainment for these beings. And these beings, they feed off of our pain energetically. There's more than one way to eat besides physically eating and feeding the body. You can feed emotionally, and you can feed sexually. You can feed mentally, and you can feed spiritually. And these beings feed on different levels. When you have a lot of fear and anger, they feed off of that, and they get high off of that. So that's why it's a constant challenge to just keep your vibration at a certain thing, because every time when you have to pay your rent or pay your bills or report to a job, you feel miserable or you feel down, or you have to like get up when you're tired and things like that. You feel miserable, and they feed off of that. So, I mean, that's just Earth. Earth under an alien presence, and nobody wants to do anything about it because everyone's scared of suffering. Like, we rather go through this kind of suffering instead of just dealing with the issue, because we're gonna have to suffer either way. But god damn it, I mean, our planet's been under the rulership of malevolent forces for so long, and even though we're all talking about it, why don't we just have a mass, everyone just stop going to work? See, this is why they don't want us to learn how to plant food, how to build a generator, how to keep your lights on without having to pay PSC&G. They don't want that. So anybody who tries to collect rainwater or have a water filtration system, you can't even put a certain amount of food in your house for storage or you'll get arrested. They want you by the fucking balls. That's just what George Carlin said. They want full control over your life. They don't want you growing no fruit. They don't want you learning how to make your own clothes. They don't want you to figure out how to, hey, I mean, if you knew telepathy, because telepathy is real, if you have real psychic ability, you wouldn't need no damn Wi-Fi. You wouldn't need internet service. Internet, the computer is just the extension of the abilities that we're supposed to have in the first place. In ancient Kemet, in ancient civilizations, they didn't have computers. They had crystals. Crystals, the computers are built on crystals. These cell phones are built on diamonds and crystals because they hold information and light. Okay? So some people, when they meditate, they're so advanced that they can hold the stone and there's a bunch of information in that stone that they can extract from it. Okay? Technology is just a lower form of psychic ability. I'm thankful for the technology that we have, but there was a time where we didn't need to call anybody. If you just thought about someone, they would hear your mind. They will hear your thoughts. Okay? So we are falling backwards with this stuff here. So to anyone out there that's just tired of this system, tired of going to work every day, I know the feeling when you have to get up every day and you're sitting in your office and you're 2 seconds away from screaming. I've been there. I know the feeling when you're walking down the street and you see crackheads and people with no teeth and people just looking like they're zombies and they're wasting away, and people outside begging for money at the train station, and a bunch of people packed on the train like sardines trying to get to a job where the fucking employer doesn't give a fuck about them. And yeah, I've been there. I know how people feel. I know how people feel. To be an outcast, to lose friends on Facebook. I was just going through my Facebook, and this is not good. You know, this is not good, but you just realize some people that used to be your friend aren't your friend anymore because you start speaking truth, and you feel a little pain, but then you'd be like, I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Keep being fucking fake and not saying what it is just for your friendship? Fuck that. I have to be a certain way to be someone's friend? Fuck that. I don't care. I'm not going to stop fighting for my people. My black people have treated me terribly in my life. Made fun of my hair, made fun of my clothes because I wasn't rich. Yes, we lived good because my grandparents were conservative and humble. But I didn't have the latest designer stuff, and I didn't care about clothes. Like, see, I had it right the first fucking time. When I was younger, I was a G because I had it right the first time. When I grew up and was taught, you have to look a certain way for people to respect you. You have to be a certain way. You have to carry yourself a certain way. So I tried. And what I ended up with, a bunch of people that don't give a fuck about me. Okay? Fake ass people. Right? Just a bunch of fake ass people. I'm so done. There's such a standard that they put on women. I just can't take it. Like, if you don't look good, if you don't take good selfies, and if you don't I mean, I like to look good because this is for my business. Like, I want people to come to my business so they can hear what I have to say. I like looking good is art, is beauty. My people, ancient African people, they use face paint and they did stuff with their hair to raise their vibration. There's nothing wrong with that, but I can't stand when that's all that women are judged by. If you don't look good, if your nails aren't on point and your feet aren't on point all the time, then you're fucking up. And I'm like, fuck all this shit. Sometimes, fuck all this shit. Why do I gotta try so hard just to get someone to say, you actually look good today? Because, you know, in my lifetime, I've been played out so many times. I've been made fun of. Like, I had someone tell me a long time ago that they liked my personality. but I don't think you're a great looking person, but I like your personality. Like, that's mad rude, dude. What the fuck? Like, I don't understand how I'm around people like this. That's why I had to be, I had to be a certain way. I had to say, look, I can't fuck with people like that anymore. I can't fuck with people like that anymore. I really just got to be around good people who actually give a shit about me and not about how much money I'm making and what I'm wearing and if I look good all the time. I can't look good all the time because there are times where I have to fight for my people because this is war. I can't have a nice ass outfit on all the time. I can't have my hair done all the time. This is fucking war. We got to stop being unintelligent about it. Is that a word? I'm saying, sometimes I'll be like, is that a word? And people are like, bitch, you need to read a book. Like, I am reading a book, but goddamn it, just, I make mistakes. Yeah, so I can't look good all the time because there are times where I have to grind and I have to be on my P's and Q's because we're in war. All right, this is a silent war. It's not people pick up swords and cutting each other's heads off. It's more of a mental and a spiritual war. Okay, sometimes I don't give a fuck about this shit all the time, because I know the deal. I know the truth. I used to have people get on me like, they used to get on me like, you're getting too comfortable. Like, why don't you ever why don't you get your hair done? Why don't you do, like, I do sometimes, but sometimes I don't give a crap about that stuff. Does that make me less of a woman because